Here's the deal. I'd like to say that all exercises are good, but that is not the case. Today we're going to talk about 5 exercises that you should absolutely 100% avoid. So the first one we are going to talk about is the behind the neck or behind the back, whatever you want to call it, pull down. I see a lot of people do these in gyms, and I'm going to do this light because I like my rotator cuffs. I like my shoulder joints. But you see a lot of people at a gym, and that is really, really light, and they'll do these, where they'll do this behind the neck pull down because they think they're isolating the lats. And this is light, so I can go in, with good form, and I'm probably not gonna hurt myself on that. But that type of movement right there is going to put an excessive amount of stress, again, on your rotator cuffs, on your joints. And listen, whether you're 40, whether you're 20, you've got one set of shoulders. You've got to take care of them. So I want you to avoid that like the plague. But I'm not just going to tell you not to do stuff, all right? I'm going to give you a suitable replacement so that you can work the muscles that you want to work. When it comes to pulling, I rarely use machines. I always do pull-ups or I'll do inverted rows. Now for the pull-up, that's going to be your substitute. A big part of building healthy, strong shoulders is getting your elbow behind the center line of your body. So I want you to be able to pull yourself all the way up to your chest. And the way you're going to do that is neutral grip pull-ups. They will work your lats, they will work your pulling strength and your pulling power, and they are the safest on your shoulders. Even safer than doing, say, a double overhand grip. So how are you going to do these? You're going to go up to some parallel bars. Some people call these bullhorn bars. You're going to hang down. You're going to pull yourself up. You see how high I'm going till my thumbs are in my armpits? And you're going to lower yourself down nice and slow. One of the common mistakes I see with the pull-up is people want to just bang out reps and they don't do a full range of motion. I really want you to get that chin way over the bar. I want your chest to touch the bar, even your thumbs in your armpits. And again, get the elbow behind the center line of your body. I'd rather see you do 5 reps like that than do 10 garbage reps. So that's exercise number 1 that you're going to avoid like the plague. Now, keeping with the behind the neck theme, I want to stay away from behind the neck presses. You'll see this for shoulders. Now I'm going to do this light again because, again, I like my rotator cuffs. I like my shoulder joints. And sometimes all it takes is one bad rep to ruin your day. So you'll see this. People will put the bar behind the back and they'll press up and they'll lower. And honestly, even with a 45-pound bar, I can feel that strain in my shoulders. That doesn't feel good. That does not feel natural. What I'd rather you do is press in front. Now, one of the reasons people don't press in front is because they're not able to push a bunch of weight. But I'm going to take it even a step further. I want you to stay away from the barbell. The substitute I will give you is just dumbbells. There's a better range of motion. It will be better for your shoulders, and there's an element of 360-degree stabilization because you have to stabilize each of the dumbbells. So for this, you're going to clean or hammer curl these up to shoulder level. You're going to start with the dumbbells touching the shoulders. You're going to press up. You can do a little twist at the top or not. That's completely up to you. You're going to keep your neck nice and neutral. You're going to have your elbows in front of your body, and you're going to return to the starting position. And like anything, people try to race, people try to bend, people try to cheat form. I'd rather you have less reps with perfect form than cheat. So again, knees slightly bent, core activated and tight. Press up nice and slow to full extension, and then slowly back to the starting position. So no more behind the neck press. I want you to do presses with a set of dumbbells. The third exercise that I see people do all the time, and this one absolutely drives me bonkers, it's the crunch. So people get down on the ground, and they think they're gonna get a 6-pack, and they put their legs in the air, and they do this. and they do a little crunch. And if you do enough of these, yes, you'll feel a burn in your abs. I'm not gonna deny that. But this is one of the least functional exercises you can ever do when it comes to abdominals. That's number one. Number two, you can also make the argument that abs are made in the kitchen. And if you're in a functional program, and the programs that I teach, the workouts that I teach, they all have functional exercises. I'm actually moving my body. I'm doing push-ups, I'm doing dips, I'm doing pull-ups. I'm doing some type of weighted front squat with dumbbells or goblet squats. I'm doing Bulgarian split squats. I'm actually moving my body in a functional way. With every single exercise that I do, I'm genuinely using my abs, so I shouldn't need to rely on crunches. My philosophy is if you have to go do some crunches after your workout, you probably didn't do enough to address your abs in the first place. But if you do want some extra ab work, I've got the exercise for you, and it is 100 out of 100 times not a crunch. The exercise that I want you to do. Bobby Maximus, how do I train with you? You're the best trainer in the world. I love your YouTube videos. I want to train with you every single day. Well, I have the solution, and it's called Team Maximus on the Ladder app. The best fitness app on the planet and the best program on the planet. It's right here. Now, what do you get with the Ladder app? Two things I want to talk about. One, you get me in your ear every single workout. You get one-on-one coaching. It's like I'm in the room with you. That's number one. Number two, you get access to a great community, the best community in the world of like-minded people who are driven to succeed just like you are. This program, you can get it for under $30 a month. The workouts can be done in 40 minutes or less, and you need minimal equipment. It literally is the secret that you've been missing. And it's actually not even a secret. You know me. I hate hacks. I hate gimmicks. I hate 3 easy payments of $9.99. So if you're tired of the garbage in the fitness industry, you're tired of spinning your wheels, you're tired of living a second-rate existence, and you're ready to do this for real, you're ready to transform your body, you're ready to build muscle, you're ready to lose weight with one of the best coaches in the world, then sign up for the Ladder app today, and I'll see you there for your first workout. The exercise that I want you to do is a simple plank. And I like the push-up position plank where you're on your hands and your feet. All you're gonna do, you're gonna hold a plank. Now this looks rather simple. What I don't want you to do is just stack your bones up and hang on. I want your hands pushing into the ground hard. I want your feet pushing into the ground hard. I want a tight line from your head to your feet. I want you to flex your quads. I want you to flex your abs. You heard my voice change as hard as you can. I want you to go. You can see my forearms activating until you shake. You should really only be able to hold the plank for 30 seconds to a minute before you break. I want you flexing that hard. The cue that I use when I coach my athletes is pretend you're in a hurricane. Pretend the wind's blowing, it's trying to blow you away, and you are trying to stabilize yourself as much as humanly possible. So that's what I'd rather you do instead of the crunch. And the crunch also, it can lead to poor posture. And I've seen people legitimately blow their neck out doing crunches. So let's get rid of those. So to recap, we got rid of the behind the neck press. We got rid of behind the neck pull downs. Garbage, absolute trash. We got rid of the crunch, but we got a couple more that I want you to get rid of your habit, all right? Leg extensions. This is a common one that I see people do where they'll just sit on a machine and they'll flex up and down, up and down, and up and down. Let me ask you a question. What do you think this is functional for? It's functional for absolutely nothing. There may be some literature out there that says this is good for some super specific knee rehab, but if you're working out in a gym on a day-to-day basis, I never want to see you doing leg extensions. I'd rather you do something a lot more functional. And what's the most functional exercise you can do when it comes to legs? It's literally one of the most primal movements of all time. It's a simple squat. You want to work your legs, start squatting. Why don't people squat? Because it's hard. But I want to see you squat. So you're going to get your feet shoulder width apart. And notice I said I just want to see you squat. I don't even think you need weight for this. Now, can you do a goblet squat or front squats with dumbbells? Sure. But I just want to see you squat. So your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. You're going to squat down to nice and low parallel. You're going to keep your body upright and proud. Pretend somebody's got you by a hook here. And you're going to stand up. Not only is this going to work your quads, but it's also going to work your glutes. And it is the most functional leg exercise of all time. So I would rather you not do leg extensions and do something more functional. And here's another thing. Unless you're some teenager that's living in your parents' house and you got all the time in the world to train, then that's actually unfair because they got to go to high school all day. You don't have hours and hours and hours and hours to train. Chances are you only have 45 minutes a day to train or an hour a day to train. You want to make the work as efficient as possible. There's nothing efficient about a leg extension. You want to be doing your squats. So leg extensions out, squats in. So let's go down our list. I actually made this earlier. No more behind the neck presses. No more behind the neck pull downs. I actually just reversed those. No more crunches, no more leg extensions. And now for my most hated exercise of all time, the hip thrust. I think this exercise is absolute trash. You will see people do this for the glutes. First of all, again, I don't like isolation exercises. This isn't functional for anything. You want to work your glutes, I'm going to give you some better exercises to work your glutes, so stay tuned for that. But this can also hurt your back. I've heard of people, I've seen people blow their back from this. It's a functionless, I was almost going to say functional, I almost screwed up. It's a functionless, stupid exercise, and I can't stand that people promote it. And what do? They put the little weight on their hips, and they do this. I think this is absolute trash, right? Have to get up there. It was even hard to get up there. I almost blew my triceps and my elbow trying to get up from that stupid bench. Listen, get rid of these. What I'd much rather you do is a deficit Bulgarian split squat. For the deficit Bulgarian split squat, and I know you just tuned out of the video because I literally just told you to go do the hardest exercise ever. That's another reason people love these, is because they're easy and people are inherently lazy, all right? Get the most bang for your buck. I'm a functional athlete. I want to be able to move. I want to be able to jump. I want to be able to do all the things that I want to do. And yes, I want to look good. But a Bulgarian split squat done the right way will activate your glutes more than that hip thrust. So what are you going to do? You're going to set up a plate. You're going to put your foot on the plate. You're going to put the trailing leg on the bench. You're going to come down. I like to get the back knee to the ground, a big range of motion, and you're going to come up. It's also single leg, and here's a tip. Anything you're going to do in the real world, soccer, baseball, football, jiu-jitsu if you like that, ultimate fighting, like whatever your thing is, single leg work, going for a hike, moving groceries from your car. Single leg work is more functional than this trash right here. So, hip thrusts. We saved the best for last. We are not even going to cross this off the list. We're just going to erase this and pretend that didn't exist, and we are doing Bulgarian split squats. So there you go. 5 exercises you should never do again. But because I'm just not into telling you no, I want to give you some substitutes. I want to give you a better path. You're going to go do all the pull-ups. You're going to do all the standing dumbbell press. You're going to do your planks. You're going to do your squats, and you're going to do your Bulgarian split squats. And I'll tell you, maybe the program has a few holes in it, but if you did overhead press with dumbbells, you did some pull-ups, you did some planks, you did some air squats, and you did some Bulgarian split squats, if that's all you ever did with a little bit of cardiovascular work on the side, I honestly think you would be just fine, probably a lot better than you are now.